On tonight's all-new Celebrity Corner, who wore the radiant orchid spring trend better, Mario Lopez or Amy Adams? Two fashion experts prepare for a battle of the sexes. And Curtis Smith, barber to the stars, here with Puff Daddy, joins us in studio to share his insider stories, plus hot Hollywood headlines and more.
Entertainment editor Dorothy Cascerceri.
Here to discuss that and more is Dorothy Cascerceri.
Pay attention to every word Dorothy says.
Hey, I'm Wayne Brady, and I'm here with the beautiful Dorothy Cascerceri here on Celebrity Corner.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Cascerceri, and welcome to tonight's Celebrity Corner. Let's start with what we like to call hot Hollywood headlines. So there's another baby on the way for Snooki, which I know a lot of people have been really excited about. And she even created a little fan video announcing the birth of her second one. Let's take a look.
We're so excited. I love the positive feedback that you guys are giving us. It's really, really sweet and it makes us very, very happy. And we're gonna find out if we're having a girl or boy soon, so I can't wait.
I love how the only time that she could find in her schedule to make that clip was when she had like 9 octopus hands working on her hair, her makeup. I mean, she's a busy woman, so we have to give her that. But we're very excited to check out this new little fist pumper on the way. And now that JWoww has a baby on the way, Snooki has baby number 2 on the way, and Pauly D has a baby too. Maybe they're gonna do a Jersey Shore toddler edition. I don't know. MTV thinks of everything. Speaking of someone, punching out of their age bracket, James Franco met a girl visiting from England, or not England, visiting from Europe, I'm sorry, and she took a photo of him, meeting him in New York, tagged him in the photo, and then he started chit-chatting with her over Instagram. He asked this girl if they could meet up at a hotel, and she told him that she was only 17. He didn't care. He wanted to know if he should get a room. Listen, this fan, I have to give a lot of credit to her, because instead of, actually meeting up with him like most fans would do, she calls him out, and she made, international headlines with the fact that James Franco, who's, 38 years old, is hitting on a 17-year-old. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Me personally, I'm not really into James Franco, so I don't think I would go back to the hotel with him. What do you guys think? Nah, forget it. Now, in some happy news, Amanda Bynes. She is someone that we've talked about so much. And look at this photo of her that she posted in Cabo San Lucas vacationing. She looks amazing. I mean, a much big difference and improvement compared to her in court with that ratty hair, or wig, shall we say. Amanda Bynes went through rehab, she enrolled in fashion school, and she actually might just be on the up and up. And I certainly hope so, because I was always a fan of hers, and I hated to see this sudden transition of her. I mean, I want to see Amanda Bynes succeed. Do you guys? Yeah, I want to see her happy. She's a sweet girl. I met her before, and she was a real sweetheart. Anyway, we have an exciting show for you tonight. Coming up, which Hollywood leading man or leading lady wore it better? It's a Battle of the Sexes style edition. And speaking of style, be sure to check out the latest issue of Closer Weekly, where I share my tips on which accessories can make you look 10 pounds thinner. Did you know stacking colorful, chunky bangles on your wrist can give your arms a slimming effect? Why do you think I always wear bracelets on the show? Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Celebrity Corner. I'm Dorothy Cascerceri. Our next guest has been Puff Daddy's friend and barber for the last 13 years, and he's cut the hair of famous men in Hollywood, including Usher, Will Smith, and many more. Please welcome Curtis Smith. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So I was a little bit hesitant to put Puff Daddy in our intro because he's changed his name so many times, but he just changed it back.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
yeah.
So before we get into, your whole expertise, can you just explain to me with the name change? I'm thinking about changing my name, so I kind of want to know, how it goes.
Well, he's the type of person that gets bored very easily.
Okay.
So
I wonder why. I mean, he's like a bajillionaire. He has everything at his fingertips.
He is the most intense thinker that I know, meaning his mind is always working on how to move forward, how to do better, how to do more, how to do. So with him, you know, I think that when he gets to the point where he feels like he's probably like worn the name long enough, he wants to try something different and just try a new page, a new feel. And usually, you know, we do that with the hairstyles also. You know, when he's running the marathon, we did the mohawk. You know, when he was doing a play, you know, we did the afro. Like, we change it up. Of course, the same thing I do with Usher. So, you know, it's really about how he's feeling at the time. So if he's feeling like Puff Daddy, then he's gonna be Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy is the original name that he started with when he first came out.
Right, and he's back to the original, which I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah, he's back. He settled back into himself. You know, he tried some experiments. He tried Diddy, then he put the P on it, made it P Diddy.
P Diddy,
Yeah,
which I liked.
Which actually is the other way around. He did P Diddy first, then he just went to Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah, and then he said, you know what? Let me go back to my original name. So he went back to that.
Well, thank you for that explanation, because I really was wondering. So, okay, so I want to hear about, you know, your background. Now, you were his friend first, and then his barber, or barber first, and then became friend. Because you know how close you get with your hairdressers. The people that work on your hair, they're like family to you.
Okay, well, actually, I started out as his barber, but let me tell you how it happened. A friend introduced me to him.
Okay.
And the way it worked was, his cousin came to get a haircut from me one day at my shop. I was actually about to close up, but I said, you know what, let me just get this guy. He said, I came a long way, I heard you were good, I took 3 buses here.
Wow.
I said, yeah, let me give you a cut. Cut his hair, he went to work the next day. Turns out he was Diddy's little cousin.
Wow. So
know.
he saw his cousin.
Yeah, so Tinker walks by, and then he heard Diddy saying, I'm looking for this Curtis Smith guy. And he goes, oh, I know him. He gave me this haircut yesterday. It's the best haircut I ever had. He said, get him on the phone if you know him.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and then he got me.
How cool is that? Wow. So tell me a little bit about what goes into working with these big stars, because Usher is another huge name that you've worked with.
Yeah, no, I work with him constantly.
Constantly?
Yeah, I'm with him every day pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you bring him to Celebrity Corner? With him every day? I mean, what am I, chopped liver?
No, he had an event last night in Atlanta, so he couldn't make it.
Okay, well, we would have flown him up if he wanted, you know. I could have sent my private jet down to pick him up.
Oh, yeah,
You know, next time. Next time we'll do that.
That's how he does it.
So you're with him like almost every day. So are you flying around usually, or do you mainly stay in New York? Where are you?
Well,
You're based in New York.
I'm based in New York, upstate New York, but he's in Atlanta. But what happens is, whenever there's going to be a camera around, he's always, you know, he needs me to be there. So.
Of course, because he has to look good.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, whatever state it is, that's where I have to fly, you know. Basically, we're doing The Voice right now. So we've been shooting The Voice for the last 6 months. We have another 2 months of shooting to do. So, you know, we'll be shooting that, you know, and then after that, it'll be on to the next project. We just shot a music video yesterday, so that should be pretty good.
Was that a lot of fun?
It was a lot of work.
A lot of work, I'm sure. It's really long hours,
Yeah,
right?
18 hours.
18-hour days. So when he needs you to be somewhere, how do you get there? I mean, are you like hopping on a bus? Are you walking, hitchhiking?
No, I fly Delta.
Okay, Delta. Okay, now the $1 million question. Okay, Delta. The $1 million question. First class?
Always.
Always. Nice. Nice perk of the job.
No, it's not a perk. It's because I'm a platinum member.
Oh, okay. Because you travel so much.
Yeah.
So you use your own points for the upgrade.
I'm really coach.
And do you fly all over the country or all over the world?
All over the
with him?
world.
All over the world.
We've been around the world a few times. You know, we did a month in Australia last year, which was amazing. I love Australia.
Wow.
And you know, we basically, you know, he's an international superstar.
Of course.
He's not, you know, so he travels, and we all travel. We travel as a team. We roll like 12 people deep.
Wow, that's really impressive. And how long have you been working with him? How many years?
Well, since he was 19, he's what, 32 now?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you've gone through everything with him. I mean, he's had some pretty crazy things go on in his life with losing his son.
It's really unfortunate the type of luck he's had.
Yeah.
You know, but he's a great guy.
And what's the craziest thing that's ever happened when he's been sitting in your chair? Because I know, like, a lot of times people are fielding phone calls and there's assistants coming over. It's chaotic, right? Like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened?
No, I'll tell you what's the craziest thing. The craziest thing was, I did his hair one day, and to me, it was like the perfect, like the best haircut I've ever given him. It was like the most beautiful haircut.
The Mona Lisa of haircuts.
Yes, I was impressed. I was like, oh, I need to get a picture of this one. And as soon as he was about to go on stage, he took this big fur hat with a tail on it, slapped it on his head, and walked out on camera.
And then somebody found you in the fetal position crying in the corner.
Yeah, crying in the back, like, why? Like, this was my favorite cut. I need to get that on TV. But it happens.
Now, I know as a woman, the woman who does my hair, I've been going to her for probably 8 years. And I see her, you know, 5 times a year, not like Usher. I mean, he needs to get his hair cut all the time.
Right.
But I tell her everything. She knows everything about my life. Is it the same way with guys?
Yeah, I mean, actually, you know, a lot of the events that you probably heard about in the media, you know, I've personally discussed with them beforehand. You know what I mean? And I've given them advice in different areas and so forth. Because I mean, you know, we're all in the same. You know, we're all men. You know, so we can share ideas and thoughts and opinions.
So he looks to you for advice in certain situations.
I wouldn't say that he looks to me for advice,
But you chat,
he will share it with
Yeah.
me. He will share it with me to get my opinion.
Well, that's what you do
know?
also when
Yeah.
you're getting your hair done. You share, right?
Yeah,
You kind of
yeah.
talk about what's happening in your life and that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
because there aren't many people that are as close, you know, because of his work schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, you're only able to be around the people that you work with mostly.
Right.
Not, you know, you can spend time with your family, but when you work so much, it's kind of hard. So, you know, the people who become your family are the people you work with.
Right,
you
of
know,
course.
And that's just how it is.
And you have a really interesting story. You founded this product line, Exotics.
Exotics Products.
With an
yeah.
X, Exotics Products. And you founded this line with all natural ingredients because you're a cancer survivor,
Yes.
right? What an incredible story.
Well, yeah, because I was diagnosed in 06 with bladder cancer. It was pretty bad. You know,
Yeah.
they were like, we don't know if we're going to make it out of this one. And by the grace of God, I was able to walk away from it.
Thank God.
Yeah, and you know, I already had a product line, but it wasn't all natural.
So you decided to go all natural.
I decided to go all natural.
And you're so kind because you've brought a goodie bag for everyone in our studio
Yeah,
audience today. So everyone's going to go home with a goodie bag from Exotics Products. Curtis, I wish we could talk more. Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome.
You are fabulous.
Thank you.
Up next, want a knockout body for spring like Adriana Lima and Scarlett Johansson? Find out how after the break.